Hello, and today I'm going to be playing Getting Over It. And wait for me. There we go. So there's this guy and a hammer. And get up this little tree over here. Just as a warning, there is explicit words.
There's no feeling more intense than starting over.
You might have heard of it.
If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red, but it came up black.
That's gambling. Don't do that.
If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. No. Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here.
Cool.
Alright, thanks for coming with me on this trip. I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. Don't worry, I'll save your progress, always. Even your mistakes.
Oh man.
This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002, titled Sexy Hiking.
Yep.
The author of that game was Jazzuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games.
An entire minute
B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products. In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor.
Mountain.
No amount of forward progress is guaranteed.
Some cliffs
are too sheer or too slippery. And the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything.
I have a headache.
Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real. The obstacles in Sexy Hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazzuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing.
Other than the game
dev, funny thing happened to me as I was building this map. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past the new obstacle was my fault, as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real.
Went from up there to down there. I've got back and finally back here. Took another minute and a half of my life away, I think. A minute and a half of my life. Oh, it's actually 2 minutes of my life this time. Jesus Christ. Nope, you are not doing that. You're going up here, whether you like it or not. I will find a way to make you up here. I'm just gonna get past this.
Oh, you just lost a lot of progress. That's a deep frustration, a real punch in the gut.
It's not real, but okay. Let me up this house, please. I am begging you. This is like the first obstacle I have trouble with. Oh my god. And there's the cup again. So I have yet again shoved. This guy does not like the cup, does he? Do you like the cup? No. Oh, okay. Once this guy does not like red solo cups for some reason. Like, they were made by aliens. Like conspiracy theorists locked up in a cauldron. So the aliens didn't in reality it was the CIA or something, I don't know. Well, how did this man even end up in a cauldron? It's the question I'm trying to answer. No, please. Why is this thing not... Please cooperate with me. Bruh. And then... Yahoo! And then... You just slam the hammer till it works. So far, it's a pretty effective tactic. This seems to be...
When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas. And that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with. And in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world. Not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
Again! Dang it again! And this... Oh, finally. Lantern. Yeah, nope, no. You're not falling. You are not falling. I spent an entire, You've wasted 7 minutes of my lifespan to get here. You are not falling. Oh, no, you're not. Gonna get to that little blue area. And for some reason, no matter what you do, if you start slipping, you're just never gonna stop. Nonsensical buffoonery. These are rocks with the friction of ice. This is literal nonsensical buffoonery. Thinking of making... In case if anyone's wondering, I can animate things. I think I might do that next, actually. Like something animated. I don't know. Just making random videos about random games. Just gonna do Yahoo! And dang it. Slowly. Okay, Soriedus the Fourth, that's your name now. You cannot... I've decided your name is Soriedus the Fourth. Don't ask what happened to the other three. Anyway. You're gonna get up here. You have wasted 8 minutes, like 9 minutes of my life. You're really good at wasting my life span. I just want to get to the blue parts. Just like the part I want to end the video at. Sure. Please let me do that. And yeet! And dang it. On the bright side, Google recognizes my existence as a channel. It's like if I search up my channel name, Google will actually bring out my channel. Now it's something else with a similarish name. That's good.
You've done this part before. You know it's possible. Just do what you did the first time.
Shut up. Trying to concentrate. You piece of baloney. Oh, finally. Just gotta be slow about this. Slow and steady wins the race. Sometimes, apparently. This game's done give me second thoughts on that. Slowly. And of course, the rocks. This rock, I can see how it could be more slippery than this rock, but they feel like they're the same amount of slippery. One of the rocks are clearly much smoother than the other. So I don't get it. Part of me just feels like there's like this weird AI in the game that gets rewarded for like making you fall. So it like sometimes will over exaggerate things. It's like a part of me thinks that. It's probably not the case though. Let me on the rock. It feels like it's made of ice. That rock made of ice. Okay. No. This is the most painful part of this game. This is like one of the most painful parts. I've gone on this lantern like 4 times now. What the beans is this?
Oof, sorry about that.
You know what? I'm just gonna end it here. This is just no.